That's a magnificent stroke from Robin Smith. Fairly whistled away just behind point. 15 more runs added to take the England total at the close of play, just after 7 o'clock, up to 290 for 4. 109 for Alan Lamb, 16 for Gower, Atherton 74 and Gooch 7. Robin Smith not out 49, Morris not out 15. Not a good time for Morris to have to come in. There were 20 extras, 290 for 4. And the bowling figures for India: 19 overs, 4 maidens, 2 for 53 for Kapil Dev. Prabhakar 1 for 68, Hiwani 1 for 52, no wickets for Kumble and none for Shastri. The match situation coming into the morning of the final day: England 519 and 290 for 4, India 432. England lead by 377 runs. Not out batsman Robin Smith 49, and it would have been Morris had he been able to come out with Smith, but he had to retire hurt at his overnight score of 15. That was very sad for him. He would have been looking forward to quite an interesting innings this morning to push his claims for the Australian tour. But he was struck that fierce blow by Robin Smith yesterday when he was the non-striker, had to have treatment on the field, and Jack Russell took his place this morning. The match situation, he would put the match completely beyond India's reach. That's the way Smith and Russell were thinking as they went out. And we join play now with the first ball. Kapil Dev is the bowler, and he's coming in to bowl to Robin Smith.
That's Robin Smith's half century. He's enjoying himself in this series. He's got 200s and a half century.
It was, you could say, almost a typical Jack Russell stroke. He plays those onside shots not in completely orthodox fashion, but my word, they're effective. .407. Well, that's an interesting psychological ploy. Graham Gooch has made the declaration. England lead by 407 runs. And the psychological part of it is that India once made 406 to win in the 4th innings. That's the most ever made. Now they have to break that record if they intend going for a victory. And that certainly is a mammoth task facing the Indians at that declaration of 320 for 4. That's a good innings again by Smith, 61 to follow on the century of the first innings. And Russell, his usual rather frustrating self for the bowlers, 16 not out. The bowling figures: Kapil Dev, 22 overs, 4 maidens, 2 for 69. Prabhakar, 18 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 80. And they were the two used out there today. The 3 spinners, Hiwani, Kumble and Shastri, didn't get a Guernsey. So that's the way it was, with India needing 408 runs to win. The opening batsmen were Shastri and Sidhu. We join play now with the first ball. Shastri is taking strike, and Devon Malcolm is the bowler.
Well, that's the sort of shot that I don't think it'll do much for the Indian dressing room. The golf man. He's appealing for the catch and got him. What a start. Chris Adams. First ball from Fraser, back pad from Sidhu. Adams takes the catch, and a good catch it was. It'll only go in the book as caught sub-bowled Fraser. But what a moment for that young man to remember.
Yes, it was a good catch, and I believe that he just stand at least a half a yard, maybe a yard closer at short leg than what John Morris has been standing. And I think maybe John Morris wouldn't have been able to make that. Went up quite a long way, but look at the ground he had to make. He caught that in a line wicket to wicket. That was a good catch.
Mansrekar now, the Indian number 3, coming in virtually as an opener. Oh, that's a useful delivery from Fraser. Got his wicket with one that went from off to leg, and this one the other way.
Last 4 wickets.
And in fact, with just 2 more runs added to that total to take it up to 343 for 6, England called it a day. The players walked off the field with congratulations all round for Tendulkar and Prabhakar, 119 and 67 respectively. They took the score from 183 to 343 for 6, a terrific performance. The bowling figures for England, they worked very hard, but they were let down in the field, those 2 vital chances going to ground. Malcolm 1 for 59, Fraser 1 for 81, Hemmings 3 for 75, Atherton none for 22, and Lewis 1 for 86. Now, this is the way the match finished. It was a very good game of cricket. There wasn't much pace in the pitch, there wasn't much bounce, but still we almost got a result, and we saw some marvellous play from the batsmen of both sides. England 519 and 320 for 4. India 432 and 343 for 6, with Tendulkar a wonderful all-round performance, 68 in the first innings and 119 not out in the second, saving India. Man of the match adjudicator was David Lloyd, the former Lancashire captain and England opening batsman. He nominated Sachin Tendulkar, and no wonder, a wonderful performance from him. The youngest player ever to make 100 in Test cricket was Mushtaq, 101 against India way back in 1960-61, 17 years and 82 days, and Tendulkar today, 17 years and 112 days. What a marvellous thing to be 17 years of age and already to have established such a record. He is a very fine young player, one of the best performances I've seen in Test cricket. He turned in this game here against England at Old Trafford. Marvellous game of cricket. We look forward now to the Oval, and we look forward to the NatWest semi-finals. We'll be covering both games, 10:25 on BBC Two, and we leave you now with Tendulkar, the 17-year-old champion.